Glad to have you with us once again. Jonathan Hoppy with Kelly Connors and Devin Caney on the sidelines. We're about set to go here, Kelly.
Skylar Nelson, she's known for her height. She's going to Columbia. I think she's going to do really well in the Ivy League. It's going to be awesome.
The precision of the first draw of the game. We are underway. She's fighting for it. The blue team today is the North squad, and the white team fighting for the ball is the South side. And that is some great hustle by Katina Christensen. She's going to win this one for the South, or they'll actually call the foul against the South, and that gives it back to the North in a quick offensive outburst. Skylar Nelson there involved. Twisting it inside for this North team led by Megan Carney. Andy Brockkamp, that one is backed up.
Yes,
Staying
they are.
What are you seeing so far out of this, Kelly?
I mean, they're moving the ball well. I mean, all the girls know how to handle it. It's going to be interesting who gets the first one.
They all want it.
Yeah.
Here's a chance inside, and that is a takedown. Moving strong into that inside area, Samantha Smith. And it looks like we'll get our first free position of the game. You can see Smith there on the right side of your screen. Smith also going to Northwestern. She shoots and scores.
That was an absolute rip.
That is how you get things started for Samantha Smith. And the North team is off and running here in this Adrenaline All-America game.
So her dad went to played at UVA when she was growing up, or when he was growing up, and then played for the MLO for a little bit. So as a New York native, I think she knows how to raise the level of play, and I think she's going to do that at the next level.
Smith has the firepower, named the MVP of her high school team her sophomore year. That is much easier said than done to come in and show out so quickly. So we're back here with Nelson in the blue. On top of the star, yes, this is the Dallas Cowboys facility, the Ford Center here in Frisco, Texas.
There's that height.
She picks it up and uses that height, which is so important on these draws, and a potential break here for the North side. Top shelf, Grace Gebhardt. 2-0 North right out of the gate.
Yes, she plays, she's out of NorCal, plays for Tenacity, who Teresa Sherry, the director, has done such a great job. One of the first probably teams in the West to produce NCAA athletes, and she runs some great events and make sure that these guys get the exposure that they really deserve.
A great feed from Grace Wigan, and the beneficiary that time is Grace Gebhardt. But all thanks to that opening draw control win by Skylar Nelson there. Now she'll get a rest, and they'll go again. South team saying, hey, we just got to get the ball down to our end of the field and see if we can get something to happen. Flung into the air. This is chased down and taken care of by the South side. Ella Brislin, a highlighted player to start. And now they get their first offensive chance. Inside, falling down and scoring. Making it look easy, Emma Ing. Oregon is getting a fighter there.
There you go. Yeah.
So that brings it back. It is now 2-1 to the North side. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, Emma working to get the South on the board, showing that hustle and that fight.
The South wins it once again, starting to pick up some momentum. That is Natalie Markman with the clean scoop. Markman, another UC Davis product, sets up another offensive possession. Claire Urbanic fastly down the alley. Inside, rotates around. Some open teammates. Ball is lost.
That was a great movement to the backside, and the defense definitely recovered on that.
Sammy Nuchow lost control, but she will be rewarded here with the free position. First of the day for the South. Nuchow off to Vanderbilt, and her shot is stopped. Our first save of the day coming in the cage for the North Side. Pascal DeBuren from Novato, California, and that leads to a quick break back for the North. Emerson Bolig takes her time with the ball.
A lot of great communication on defense. You can see the slides are happening early. These girls are top girls. They're going to go.
Bolig, fancy move. Bouncer goes home. She got the possession started, and she ends it to put North back up by 2.
That was a great shot. I mean, goalie couldn't see it. She was behind her defender, ripped it low. It was an awesome bouncer. That's very typical of a kind of a grinder type mentality, and that's probably what got her to Northwestern.
Pretty play there from Bolig, who celebrates with her teammates. Now we go back to the circle. Let's just call it the star today. How about that?
Yeah.
That seems fitting.
I think that's a good idea.
Scooped up by Markman once again for a moment, and a foul is going to give it back over to the South. Ava Kristinek in there as well.
Great swing to the outside.
Find the open space and run with it. Katina Christensen works around the cage. DeBuren goes post to post. Couple of hands off. Ing is pushed back. A good defensive possession here for the North Side. Our first real extended possession of the day for the South.
I mean, the physicality of these girls, I mean, they're already acting like they're in college, and it's nice to see refs not calling every little thing because these girls know how to play, and they're letting them, which is great.
There's a turnover and a pickup for the North Side. Some great hustle and effort by Burdine Atherton, excuse me. And now coming all back over to the South. You can already see that, as you just referred to, Kelly, that, hey, this might be an all-star game, but this is your last high school game in a way. It's a game you want to win.
Yeah, and like Megan said, you know, the South has typically won this game, and I know there's only technically been 2, you know, and then a COVID year, but they're really looking to secure the title. But it's been a close one the last few years, and the North never gives up.
Ava Kristinek had a good look, but DeBuren had a better save. So she now has 2 saves in consecutive possessions.
Tufts is lucked out with a lot of great goalies from the West. I mean, that from 2018, we had a goalie, Courtney, who is now a goalie at Tufts. And she was in the All-American game a few years ago. They really do have created an awesome pipeline with a couple, you know, field players as well.
Mandy Brockkamp at the top of the circle. North looking for a lane. South says there's not one here right now.
Both teams have done a great job of switching the point of the attack. You know, when a top's not working, they're going behind, and they're trying to make it difficult. So
They tried to go for the fancy pass, Lucy Monroe, and that.
There's that Alyssa that we're talking about. She'll clean up anything in the back end.
For those of you just joining us, this is the Adrenaline Girls All-America game, highlighting the best graduating seniors in the western part of the country and Canada as well before they head off to college. A lot of great programs recognized. We'll mention as many as possible as this game goes on. North jumped out to an early 2-0 lead. They now have a 2-goal advantage still.
Looks like a charge was called.
That gives it back to the North. Kennedy Mason.
Pushing the fast break.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. They get regrouped there. A tough fall for Skylar Nelson from Mater Dei, California. She'll be playing at Columbia.
That was Catherine Merrifield from Colorado. She's going to Mission that cleared the ball across the 30.
There's a bouncing shot and a goal, falling down to the turf.
Oh no.
And it looks like there might be an injury on the play. We'll see if they count the goal. That is Grace Wigan. And it looks like she's shaken up there, appears to be holding her wrist or forearm. That is not what we want to see. And with that, we are going to head to break. The North leading the South 4-1, and we are just getting started here in the first quarter. Welcome back to the Star. Team North leading Team South 4-1 in the opening quarter of this great day here in Frisco. Jonathan Hoppe back with you, joined by Kelly Connors, a former midfielder at Vanderbilt, now works with Adrenaline. This is the 4th annual rendition of the girls' game. Kelly, this is a big deal. You say it's probably the best event that you guys put on all year.
Absolutely. And it's been, awesome to end the season this way. It's been a busy summer, and this is absolutely the pinnacle.
We were supposed to be here last summer with COVID and some scheduling difficulties. That did not work out. Still recognize the girls and the boys. They were honored, unfortunately could not play in the game, and we are so thrilled to be back here after a year off. This is the South team working to the right side, trying to dig out of a little bit of a hole. And a shot and a score. That was awesome. Mackenzie Olsen, the midfielder heading to Syracuse from California. And
that outside shot.
Kayla Trainer is going to love seeing that.
North got set, caught on the pick on the screen, and it opened her up off the top middle. That was great.
And she ripped that one right past Buren. Didn't have much of a chance with that kind of laser. And that brings the deficit back down to 2 now.
Can't underestimate the South. This has been pretty standard for the last few years, and they never let it down on the fight. So
back out for another draw. It's been relatively even so far in this game. Alexa Ford sends it back for Team South. And a disturbance near their cage. Ball on the ground. It's picked up. And they had a good look at it. And Grace Gebhardt was facing an open cage. She just couldn't quite corral it.
There's Ella, the absolute grinder. Not surprised that she came up with that ball.
The whistle gives it back to the South side.
is Jordan Davis. She's the star of our high school team out of Southern California.
That's always an interesting dynamic when you get all these stars on the field together. And there's only one ball to go around, but I can tell you from hanging out with these girls earlier today, there's some good chemistry on this side, and that shot is flicked just wide by Sammy Newchow. She's got her sister Jackie on the South team.
Go Doors.
That's right. The Vanderbilt connection. Pretty cool not only to be playing with your sister in this game, but playing with her collegiately as well. Two exciting young players to look forward to.
I have a special place in my heart because I was a twin, and I am a twin, and she also went to Vanderbilt, so it's fun to see.
How about number 18? Somebody has got to find a way to slow her down. Grace Gebhardt bullies her way inside, but they'll say no goal. Quick transition here for the South side. Kayla Urbanic, and we're going to have a stoppage in play. That is the end of the first quarter. What are your takeaways from that first 15 minutes, Kelly?
I'm actually surprised that they're getting a lot of outside shots off that they are. I mean, the defense is sliding early. They're making it difficult to get inside. They're stopping the fast breaks, which has been awesome, and taking it behind for the slow break. So
we will head to a break. When we come back, the second quarter of action just getting started here from the Star. Welcome back to the Star. The North team on top of the South, 4-2. Devin Caney on the sidelines with Kennedy Mason's family playing for the South team tonight. Devin?
All right, I'm here with the Mason family, and you guys are no strangers to this game, Kennedy. I'm sorry we just pulled you off the field. So first, let me ask you, how's the game going for you so far?
It's good. I think on attack, we just need to slow it down and take better shot selection.
Now, your sister, Quinn, is no stranger to this game either, and you guys are actually going to be at the same school come next year. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm so excited I'm taking my 5th year, so I can stick around for 2 years with her.
Love it. Okay, now, Mom and Dad, how does it feel to be watching an event like this? You know, you have one daughter who's played in it, one who's playing in it now. How proud are you?
Oh, so proud. It's, you know, 2 different journeys. We got to the same place, and now they're going to go play in school together. We couldn't be more proud and happy.
Amazing. What about you?
Yeah, these girls continue to make us proud. Every day, we're just so excited to be able to come back here and support Kennedy in this exciting time. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. Kennedy will let you get back to the game now. You know, priorities. Thanks. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thanks, Devin. Kennedy, a really strong player, joining her sister at UC Berkeley next year. And we asked Kennedy how she got started playing, and she actually said, Kelly, that it was her sister. So that is full circle. Now they get to play together at the collegiate level.
it's pretty cool. I mean, just getting your younger siblings to play, we're starting to see a lot more generations coming out of the West. And to go along with that, we have Kennedy actually plays for a club team that I coach, and her sister played for that same club team as well. But we're seeing them come back, and Quinn in the summer, she's coaching. So getting higher level kids who went through the system, and then giving back to the game is what's really going to make those percentages jump higher.
There's a lot of talent in that family. Another draw, this one chasing toward the sideline, and it is scooped up by Team South. Coming in quickly now, the bounce and the goal from coast to coast, Ava Kristenik.
Incredible right to left switch. I mean, she knew she had someone on her back, and she went straight to cage. That's the kind of tenacity that gets these kids on the field and gets them seen on a field back east, you know, in the recruiting circuit.
That's why she's headed to the ACC. Off to Notre Dame, and the midfielder has a ton of talent. She's from right here in Texas, played at Liberty Christian, so a bit of a home game for her. And we should say, too, what a great venue this is for lacrosse. The Star.
It's incredible. I mean, the Texas heat is no joke. So being inside here really makes a difference.
You're right. I got here yesterday, walked out of the airport just for a minute, and I live in Georgia.
Yeah.
And it's still hotter. South team picking up some momentum. Things could change in a hurry. Samantha Whiting. We've seen a lot of those rushes in this game, trying to capitalize on that momentum. Now they'll slow things down here. Look out now. A goal here ties this game at 4.
Megan Carney and they must have, Jay, the assistant coach, they must have really given some good speeches. They weren't kidding when they said they're not losing.
We've got a coach from Syracuse on each side and a coach from Stanford on each side. Megan Carney and Jay Brown for the South team.
All of whom were Adrenaline All-Americans between 2018 and 2019. Megan Carney was the MVP that year. All incredible players. Morgan Widener is actually from here, went to Syracuse as well. She's just aged out before, we started this game, so.
Morgan Widener has a lot of expertise with those draws, using her height as a player. Battled some injuries.
Wow.
Top shelf goal. Maybe the best we've seen so far today from Samantha Smith. And it's a 5-3 game.
She's really finding the pockets. I mean, she's shooting before the goalie can even see the ball. I mean, she gets one step off her defender and it's gone.
Smith says her best story is playing lacrosse, winning the Sandstorm Lacrosse Championship last year after competing in the tournament for 6 years. So some hard work paying off for Smith.
She's another Tenacity product out of NorCal. A few years ago, in the inaugural year, we had a tournament that happened at the same time, and Tenacity actually won that championship here at the Star during the 2018 game. So I'm sure full circle, it's probably pretty cool to be on the other side of it and wearing the red, white, and blue.
We saw that injury earlier in the game. Devin has an update for us. Devin?
Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, we saw Grace Wigan, the standout for the North team, come out with an injury gripping her wrist. I was informed that she is going to be out for the rest of the game. She walked out the field looking like she was in a lot of pain. So thinking of her and hoping that she makes a quick recovery.
All right, Devin, that's unfortunate. Wigan scoring a goal and then appeared to have some discomfort in her forearm, wrist area. One of the best players in this game from Denver, Colorado.
It's always a shame to see something like that happen, especially she's experienced an injury prior, so I'm sure she was eager to get back out here, and she did have a strong start, so at least we can focus on that.
And we hope she has a speedy recovery ahead of college, and the South team turns it over back to the North.
Great redefend. They always say hunting twos, and these girls just hunting threes. The North looking to switch the field. Hopefully push a fast break.
Yeah, that's fast, all right. Streaking down the sideline, Emerson Bolig. And now she passes it up.
Again, those slides. They're there early. You're not going to get it.
Slides are effective. They walled off Margot Miller, and that turns it back over. In cage for the South, Ari Conboy, who plays it ahead. Then another turnover, gives it back to Margot Miller. And
the back and forth, this game has been incredibly scrappy. And I think the biggest thing about the West Coast, they produce athletes. The IQ, not as there. You're on the East Coast, you're in 5th grade and you know everything, even younger. So these girls, the thing that they have in their back pocket is that they are athletic. They do skateboarding, surfing, things that are non-traditional. So a scrappy game is exactly what you want to see. Another bounce shot.
You love to see scrappiness, and
yeah.
you love to see a goal there by Emerson Bolig once again.
They know their field. They're playing on a quick turf, and the bounce shots are going in, and they're just here to get it done. And the North is not ready to lose their lead.
That's a curl there that passes right by Ari Conboy in cage. And now the North once again doubling up the South. So some work to do there. as we are 10 minutes, under 10 minutes until halftime here at the Star.
Ari's got her day cut out for her. I mean, we have a couple people that couldn't make it to the Star, which we will acknowledge. There's quite a few of them, many of which are going to service academies and have already had to report. So one of them, which is Catherine Friot, she's going to Army. So Ari's got the whole game to redeem herself and make some great saves like she has.
The South says, hold the phone. We've got plenty of firepower. And we are way early in this game.
It's amazing to watch this. You're watching them right now, and they're down by 3, but they're slowing it down. They're gaining composure, and they're figuring out how to get the right goal. When you start to force it, and that's kind of where mistakes happen and the gaps jump. So
Kennedy Mason gets a free position. We'll see if she can capitalize and make mom and dad proud. Her sister as well.
Go Bears.
She's got a good look at it. She's going to shoot it, and she scores it.
Can't take California out of the girl.
No.
UC Davis. Or sorry, UC Berkeley.
That's one of those where you see the cage, you see an opening, and you step up, and you say, there's nothing that's going to stop me from getting this home.
And you know what? She veered to her left. She pulled the goalie and shot back to the opposite corner. So she did exactly what a coach would want you to do. Nowadays everybody's trying to be a Charlotte North, and it's fun to watch, but it's not a guarantee.
Charlotte North, one of the best players to come out of this game.
Yes, Texas native actually, and she actually usually coaches the game, which is really exciting. She's got a busier summer than she ever has, so she couldn't make it today, but we miss her, and she's a big part of this.
North playing at Boston College. Winning a national championship as really taking that program all the way to the top.
Absolutely. And she's just one of those players that makes her teammates better. And that's really all you can ask for.
What kind of sets do you run in an all-star type game like this? There's limited practice. The girls got together yesterday. They practiced this morning. Is it mainly a skills deal? And we've seen plenty of skills from
that was
Gebhardt.
incredible.
She's got another
She's got to
goal.
get triple teamed. I think she might need a face guard at some point. Those outside shots keep dropping.
Yeah, they have got to find a way to slow her down. And you can see her using her size and that launch angle that's coming down from high to low. That is tough for defense to stop, and we'll have a timeout to see if the South can figure anything out. We'll be right back. North on top of South by 3. For the draw in the white uniform representing the South team. Draw is so important, especially right now if you've got Gebhardt for the north side. Kristenik wins it for the South, a chance to get that momentum right back. We've seen this a few times, just going all the way down and seeing what they can make happen.
You can hear all the defense talking, which is nice to hear.
Loading up and scoring the South side.
Her teammates.
Saying, we're not going away. Mackenzie Olsen, she gets her second goal of the day.
Her teammates knew she wanted that. I mean, they got in tight, they cleared, and again, Syracuse, it's typical of them to want to shoot from the outside. The second they get a step, or what we call the edge on their defender, they open up and take a rip. So, again, another bounce shot, a guarantee.
Going low there on to Buren. Olsen showcasing her skills. Maybe she can be the player that matches Gebhardt on the other side. Olsen off
let's
to
not
Syracuse.
discount Samantha Smith, too.
There's a lot of players in this game that are.
Yeah, I mean,
there's too many to pay
they're
attention to.
all stars. Yeah, you're right.
That's the beauty of an event like this. You just never know who is going to pop at what time.
It's very cool to see them moving the ball as much as they have been, though. When you get a lot of star power in the same room, sometimes it doesn't work. These girls are figuring out their roles every time. Are they the driver, girl clearing through? What's going to work to make my team win?
This will
Woo,
work
another
right to the crease.
There she is.
Ava Kristinek has been doing some draw control work, and right now she is making it a one-goal game.
Amazing. Going down the right alley just to hit it back left. Off the hip, that's the hardest shot to save.
She gets saluted by the crowd. Another player that will be off to Notre Dame gets a well-deserved rest. So many stories, too, about these players getting involved in lacrosse, highlighting the western part of the country, not the traditional lacrosse hotbed. Someone like Kristinek wasn't involved in a team sport, so a family friend said, hey, you should try this, and she's got herself a scholarship to Notre Dame.
It is very cool to see. I mean, if you compare it to the boys' rosters, the girls' rosters, I mean, the only difference are some of the schools that don't have boys' teams. You know, the EUC schools and some of the Western schools, and I don't blame them for not wanting to leave California. But
that was Ari Conboy with her best save of the day. Out of La Jolla in California, she's going to Salisbury, doing her best to guard the cage for the South Side. Look out now, another chance at a fast break. Claire Urbanic.
that's, I think, Jordan Davis. Opposite team.
Sophia Culver loses possession, and that is taken away nicely by Alexa Ford.
Alexa Ford, one of the three girls that are from BC, British Columbia.
Great to have the Canadian representation in this game. Emerson Bolig lost the ball.
Backed up by Kalina.
Now she's got a clear path to the cage. Stays out of the crease. No, she didn't. She barely stepped in it, and they are going to take what would have been a goal away. Kalina Johnson had a great look at it in the middle of your screen there, number 1 in blue. And no, they're going to give her the goal. Hey!
I love it.
And you get the raw reaction there, too.
You know
from
what?
Johnson and Gebhardt. Did she step in? Come on, you gotta give it to her. Looks like she was pushed in.
I'll give it to her. It's a showcase game. After the year these girls have had, you got to give them whatever you can.
The hit from Jackie Nuchow, I think, kind of led her to that area. She was doing her best to stay out, so I like the call there, and you reward Johnson with her first goal of the afternoon.
You know, we got some different rules in high school than we do in college, and that would be a goal for sure in college. You know, they let you cross that plane. Defense is allowed to go in, not in high school, so.
What other rules are these girls going to have to adjust to at the next level?
One of the biggest ones is the shot clock, and I think, you know, that's kind of where I really think the Western game is really going to move forward. The girls have to be specialized, but, you know, if you can run, you can teach the rest, so. A 90-second shot clock is probably going to be the biggest. The game just moves a lot faster.
If you've got skills like this, that'll work at any level. Alexa Ford under the final 30 seconds of this
clean
first
glass.
half.
She's doing a lot of opportunities for her teammates. Second clean snag. There's Elissa coming up.
Under 20 seconds to go. Kennedy Mason charging toward cage. Zigzagging, lining one up. Still has it, now she's lost it. We'll see what the call is. It could end up being a free position. Clock winding down, they've got to get lined up.
They'll play it out.
All right. So Mason gets her second free position of the first half. She capitalized on the first one. If she gets this one, it's a one-goal game heading into the halftime locker room. Mason with another clean look, charges over the cage. Looked like there was some defense there. That is a great job by the North to close things out. Your thoughts on that first half, Kelly?
I mean, it's close, and I had no doubt that they were gonna close the gap. I mean, they're doing a really good job redefending in the midfield. You know, I think North probably could have capitalized on some of the last interceptions and you know, loose balls that they've gotten. But you know, I'm excited for the second half to see what's going to happen.
North leads by 2, and the coach Morgan Widener is on the sidelines with Devin Caney. Devin?
No, it's fine. All right, I'm here with Morgan, head coach of the North team. You guys came out so hot. You guys are still up by 2. What's working for you?
So I think that our team's just playing really, really great together. Unfortunately, when Grace went down, I think that was like a huge bummer for our team. So that's really just given us a lot of like inspiration and grit to work really hard. But just teamwork, everyone's doing an amazing job. So I think as long as we continue to work together, we've got this in the bag.
Yeah, you were just really fired up before they tossed it down to us. So how do we keep up this momentum into the second half?
You know, I think the great thing about like the West Coast game and the West Coast group is we have this like inherent chip on our shoulder kind of, because lacrosse like has just grown so much to this area, but we really have this like inherent passion to like prove ourselves. So the great thing about these girls is it's like really just within them. So we just guide them as coaches and let them showcase their talent.
I love it. Thanks, Morgan. Good luck in the second half.
So much.
Thanks, guys.
Morgan Widener leading the North team to an 8-6 lead at the half. We've got more, and we'll talk about that first half coming up after the break here from Frisco. And so far, it's been a compelling showdown between North and South.
They're going to do a redraw.
Let's try this again. Kristinek on the left, Nielsen on the right. Here we go in the second half. It's like you said, Kelly, let's hope for a close game. That's the best bet to see this talent really rise to the top.
Samantha Smith making sure she secured that.
And Smith scores to open the second half.
She wants it, you can tell. That was a great goal, all the way.
Smith says, hey, Gebhardt's had a great half, but guess what? I'm headed to Northwestern. I'm trying to win national championships out of the Big Ten.
And you can see her looking over her shoulder, you know, looking for the defense right behind her and realize she's got that opening, and she took it.
That is an aggressive play, which we've seen a few times. It's almost the mentality of, you know what? I've got the ball right now. I'm going to take it, and nobody's stopping me. And I think you can probably get away with that approach a little bit more in an all-star game.
In Northwestern, I mean, they put Western lacrosse on the map. A little bit of a sore subject because they won the national championship my entire college career, and we were in the same conference. So they really know how to turn athletes into lacrosse players.
And they are getting a good one with Smith. Now back to the south side. Streaking across and scoring.
Another fast break. They're shooting before the goalie even knows where the ball is, and it's pretty awesome to see.
That is Kristinek, who we've been highlighting, and I guess it's time to talk about her a little bit more as well as she continues to showcase herself, and she gets that one just past Pascal de Buren in the cage. Haven't seen a ton of saves, and I think that's because there's so much talent out on this field. Another draw control a few minutes into this second half. Both teams have scored in the opening 3 minutes.
Again.
Here she comes.
There's that Fighting Irish, making sure the South isn't forgotten.
A great feed inside, could not be controlled by Samantha Whiting. That ends up as a turnover. That was a great opportunity. They could not capitalize. So now it goes back to the North with a chance to build that lead. Streaking down the middle, Maddie Brockkamp.
Ooh, a little rocket
And
step
another
inside
beautiful
shot.
goal, wide open.
That was a great rocker step just to get her defense a little bit off the line, and she shot back to the opposite hip and made sure that was a guaranteed goal. Let's not forget, though, if Bernadine Atherton did not pick up that ball, this wouldn't have been converted on the other end. So great job there.
Lucy Monroe scoring, and guess what? Another Northwestern product. Kelly Amante Hiller continues to find these recruits. She has really built something up in the Chicagoland area.
She has. I mean, there's no joke. She took all athletes and turned them into lacrosse players. And, you know, now there's kids out west and they're athletes and they're lacrosse players. So a lot of success coming into Northwestern. Great pickup by Emerson Bolig.
Bolig has had a sharp stick all day long.
That was beautiful. Her cradle off the triple thread, I mean, she's always ready to just rip it, and she gets barely an edge before she takes it.
North goal scored by number 12, Samantha Smith.
This has become a Northwestern takeover.
That's a power shot. She's got that down.
Samantha Smith puts the North team up by 4.
It doesn't feel like that big of a gap. I mean, the South has had multiple opportunities. They just need to convert. Great secure by the South. No fast break into the backside. Seeing the middies coming in. That's usually when you get the open middies cuts. You know, the defense is still trying to figure out how to settle, and the last thing they want to do is keep going when they run the field. So South doing a good job staying composed, slowing it down, getting the right goal.
Turnover inside that fan, potentially. They get it back, and it looks like a hit to the head is going to cause a stoppage, and it stays here with Emma Ing.
Great.
Oh, just wide that time, off the stick of Kennedy Mason.
That was a great draw and dump. The second slide needs to come there. That should be a goal.
Sammy Newchow searching for a teammate. Team South on the attack. Curling around the defense. Natalie Markman shut down at the cage. Ari Conboy.
The ref really let that one go. She looks like she got caught and let her play out the advantage.
It's still going to stay here with the South. Kristenik falling to the turf.
A little bit forced. There's still a lot of time left in this game, and those goals or those shots don't need to be taken.
Emerson Bolig down the pipe, off the pipe.
Great save. Jackie Newchow. One twin on the offensive set, one on the D. It's cool to see.
Back and forth play continues. Emma Ing tripped up. There's the whistle. Ing should be rewarded here with a free position. So North leading by 4. Ing can bring that back down to 3. From Newbury Park, California, playing at Oregon in the fall, shoots it just high. It looks like it was deflected before it got out of her stick.
Great clean pickup again by the North.
Alexa Ford strutting down the middle of the field. Ava Regan gets double teamed, has to back out. We've seen some adjustments defensively. That second slide that you refer to has been there quicker here in this second half.
Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. She's usually driving from the top.
They've got a whistle coming. And another free position, this time for the players in blue and Team North. Samantha Smith gets a chance at another goal. See if she just rips this one. Looks like she wants to. Instead, passes it off to a teammate. Trickles just wide. Bolig had a good look.
Great
but it
pickup by
goes off the
Davis.
legs that time of Conboy.
Kennedy Mason.
A lot of space for Mason. Loses the ball.
They're really working that draw and dump on the top left. There's Ella Brislin.
Big time turnover for Brislin. Can she capitalize? Yes!
There she is.
You bet she can. Brislin keeping this game competitive here with over 5 minutes to play. She gets the takeaway and then she takes it home.
Tries for nothing fancy and it works. Those bounce shots, they've been going in all day.
That sends us to a break and we've got a fun finish coming. Still in the third quarter, 3-goal lead for the North.
Battle of the 18s. Redraw here. I think it was because it didn't go above their head.
That one does, and it's scooped up by North. Little push in the back there clears the runway. Grace Gebhardt, she has not scored in the second half after an explosive first half. She's distributing now on the offensive side to the right of your screen. Ava Regan, ball is coughed up. And Ari Conboy was there to make any save if needed. She did not have to. Now they play it back to Conboy, who loses the ball. That rolls out, which gives it back to North, and now Conboy has to scoot back into cage.
That was a great cleanup by, Samantha Whiting. That's what we need. They got to be able to convert on the other end if they want to close this 3-goal gap. Samantha Smith with the ball, coming down the left side, right side.
South looking to make a statement here to close this third quarter.
Looks like they're all trying to communicate something. That's what happens, you know, when it's an all-star game. You got to kind of figure it out as you go.
Figure it out on the fly. See who can do it better. They did practice this morning, but I'm guessing that Megan Carney didn't have the South team exactly going through the gauntlet.
Right.
There's
got to catch that
in
inside
front,
pass.
and that is a missed opportunity for Kennedy Mason. And she's been a pesky player on the inside. She's had a number of chances.
That was a big pickup, though, by Taylor Ambrosio. I mean, again, you know, if you lose the ball and don't get your opportunities, there you go.
Over the top and in for Samantha Whiting.
Proving that you can do both ends of the field. Getting the pickup on the other side, clearing it across the 30, and then making sure she sticks in the back of the net. That was great. And a lefty, no less. Or left to right switch. Sees the gap and takes it.
She's She's off to Princeton. She says she's most excited to build relationships that will last forever, and won the D1 state championship here in Texas as a sophomore. So another home game participant. How she got started? Well, high school players came to her elementary school for a demonstration. The little things, right? Those are the details that you guys speak of this weekend here with Adrenaline.
I've been to my fair share of Trilax gym sessions, and you know, you don't realize at the time how far they go, and it's really neat to see. I mean, it's about getting kids in the game, the amount of kids in the game, and you know, being able to play within your own age group makes a huge difference.
There's over 40 young women recognized here in this game. Another chance for Emma Ing, who backs off before she gets to the cage. Could they trim it to a 1-goal game? And of all those 40 young women, I would say 2/3 of them have stories of how they got started that you just would not believe. And that's how this sport is going to spread. That's how it has spread, and it will continue to do so. A lob pass on the inside, and it looked like the South there just kind of lost their footing. Ing got tripped up, no call, gives it back to the North. But you read the bios of these players, you talk to them, and they say, yeah, a family member, someone random got me started, and I just got hooked.
Yeah.
How about yourself? How'd you get into it? I know you're more of an East Coast.
I'm an East Coast product, yeah. So I had siblings that played at the Division I level, and it just kind of was, you know, what you did, you know.
5-hole for Alexa Ford, and she falls to the turf to give North another 3-goal lead here in the closing seconds in the third.
Representing Canada so well, and again, sticking to low corner, it doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to go in.
Ford going from Samuel Robertson in British Columbia all the way to Arizona State. And that does it. At the end of the third quarter, North still leads. They're up by 3. We'll take a break and come back for the final 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere here on ESPN3. Welcome back here. North leading South by 3, 12-9. We have 15 minutes on the clock. Former Vanderbilt midfielder Kelly Connors joins me. I'm Jonathan Hoppe. Devin Caney is on the sidelines, waiting to see who the MVP could be of this girls' game.
There's Stella Weinman.
Stella Weinman coming inside. We're trying to recognize all these players. Ari Convoy, who you've seen a lot in goal from La Jolla, California.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's our footage that we shot.
Something we haven't touched much on is just giving credit to all the club teams and the club directors out west that give these opportunities to these kids. I mean, you really do got to go back east at least twice, you know, or at some point to be able to get a little bit more exposure. And our job at Adrenaline is to hopefully bring that back west, so we're not always the ones flying 6 hours. But, you know, the Tenacias of the world, Coast out of San Diego, Mad Dog. I mean, Elissa Miller is a Coast player, and you spend your summers pretty much and fall, winter going back east and playing on different tournaments on the west. So it's been fun to watch the growth and the strength of all the programs. I mean, it used to be 1 or 2, and now there's a handful that really produce players across the board.
There is a yellow card that has been assessed. That's our first of the game. Alexa Ford took down Elissa Mueller. So now we will get a woman up situation here for the South team, which is prime time, down by 3 goals here in the final quarter.
And for anyone watching, that's a non-releasable, so it's a huge difference. Could be a huge difference maker in the next 2 minutes.
Claire Urbanic responsible with teeing up this woman up opportunity.
They got to move the ball. They got to swing and move the defense. Find the open girl on the backside. They're not really doing that right now.
A good job by the North team of creating a wall. Mason swings it out. Stella Weinman lost her footing. She gets it back and pops it wide. It looks like there's another flag that was drawn out by the referee for a moment, but they'll continue play.
That's Stella's MO. She drives, and redrives. She's a very powerful girl. Unfortunately, that didn't fall for her, but I wish it did.
This is inside, a good chance, and a score. Right on cue, Elisa Mueller.
Great composure inside. Made sure she got her hands free before she shot that and made it count.
That is full circle. She's the one that had to pay the price for the penalty, and she's the one that gets rewarded with the goal. And her whole team is rewarded. Now they're down by just 2.
We do have a lot of middies playing, and with a lot of girls not being able to come with the Service Academy and other things that being late in the season, I mean, we have middies that are playing on the defensive end. So to see her actually be on the attacking end right now and make it count is a big thing.
Mueller playing at Coastal Carolina. Someone who has made a lot happen today, just as you predicted off the top, I might add.
So we got Claire Urbanek in the midfield. And, you know, just to go back again, giving back to the game, she's a San Diego product. A couple of our club players, LA Wave, you know, are on this team, and they're actually all going to UC Davis. So they're going to already be set with their, they're going to be able to gel real quickly. But she is a ref at the youth level and through high school, which is really cool. I mean, there's not enough people to go around, so when the high school kids really want to give back and spend their time on the weekends helping out, it's pretty amazing.
A talented group of young women here at the Adrenaline All-America game, and it doesn't take long to figure that out. You look at the list of schools, where they're headed, you've looked at everything they've done. Grace Gebhardt has cooled down here in this second half. Maybe some adjustments there.
She's playing it smart. I mean, every time they get to the attacking end, you see she kind of pulls it out, slows it down, and sets that tempo. You know, they're up. They're in no rush, and the reality is we don't have a shot clock yet. So, boring or not, she's playing to win.
No doubt about that. Skylar Nielsen toward cage, just wide. We haven't seen her be too aggressive off the draw. She's done most of her work in that center circle. Margot Miller, goal line extended.
Being patient with the ball. All these girls are scanning the 8, which is pretty, I mean, you can't not send a triple team on her.
Smith tried to get it inside, but yes, can't pass through a triple team, and Stella Weinman sends it ahead. That is now in the stick of Natalie Markman. Another pass. Good spacing, but it comes out of the stick that time of Mackenzie Olsen.
Norris switching the field to get the ball up. Ooh. Good recovery.
You get the feeling that the next goal here is going to be a big one. Wide open chance, shut down. That was a great opportunity for Johnson, but some last second defense there by the South cut that one down. Peyton Meister was in on that, a local product off to Virginia. Holding it down for the South team.
Great draw and dump. Ooh. That's the kind of defense we're talking about. Elisa is strong, and her physicality is just, it's at the collegiate level. And unfortunately in high school she gets called for a lot of fouls, but in college that's a great play. You know, that's a stop, that's a turnover, and that's all because of her.
Now let's see if they can capitalize. Off the top bar.
She makes it look easy.
That one was halfway to the roof, but
Great
guess what?
cleanup by
Johnson recovers, and North now has a second opportunity. Open cage for a moment. The wraparound could not go. That was a dicey situation. Let's check in with Devin Caney now, who's on the sidelines. What's the mood down there right now,
Yeah,
Devin?
guys, even though the North came out so strong, you can definitely tell the vibes down here on the sidelines have shifted for both teams. Even though they've been down most of the game, the South seems to have gotten a pep in their step. And when they had that huddle, they asked for a whiteboard. What was written on the whiteboard, I'm not entirely sure. But all I know is the team has seemed happier, more upbeat ever since then. And it seems like their play is reflecting that. So we'll see what happens here. The score seems to be evening up a little bit. Back to you guys.
Devin, you're right. We've seen that too. South not getting up. They've trailed basically the entire game. Made some adjustments to slow down the likes of Grace Gebhardt and others. Still some work to do. This possession is drawing out. How long can they hold North off the score sheet? Gebhardt behind cage. Looking for a cutter, and also, like you said, Kelly,
Here we go.
not bad if time goes off the clock. Couple of screens trying to free up Lucy Monroe. Pops out of the stick for a moment, driving to cage and bouncing it just high. Samantha Smith had a chance, and she's taken down.
She got jacked up a few times, and I think she was over it and really wanted that one.
Smith is in pain. She has scored 5 goals in this game. Looking for number 6 there, and she's a great candidate to be the MVP. Nice job for her, too, just to shake that one off, and now she can try to deposit a free position.
That's that D1 Northwestern mindset. See if she can step up to the pressure and redeem her last 8-meter on the same hash.
Ari Conboy on the other end of this. Samantha Smith. The referee's now sorting some things out. Less than 6 minutes to play in this game. North up by 2. Smith looking to make it 3. Hesitation and a nice defensive slide, but also keeps that clock rolling, and you've got the ball.
That's the right move. I mean, you miss that, goes down the other way. That's a 1-goal game. So pulling out and taking the patience is great.
Monroe has it stripped. She scoops it back up for a moment. This goes off the stick of Margot Miller. Scooped up for a moment by South, and the whistle gives it back to the ladies in white. So a prime opportunity. Claire Urbanic takes it back for the South team.
Emma Ing doing a good job transitioning.
North leading by 2, but that 2-goal advantage in jeopardy here. Where do you go here if you're the South team, Kelly?
I don't know. I mean, they've been doing a really good job on the draw and dumps. They just need to do a little bit of a better job handling it on the inside pass. I mean, they've been seeing it, and they're doing the hard work. It's the easy stuff that they're not getting.
Katina Christensen, she is forced out. A good chance on a wrap.
Oh,
The
there
bounce
you go.
scores.
That's awesome.
We've got a 1-goal game. Mackenzie Olsen coming up clutch.
We've seen outside shots from her all day, so it's pretty awesome that she can now show that she's got an inside finish as well. A little bit of a question mark shot. Very popular in the guys' game.
Olsen gives up some drama. Under 4 to play. North by 1. A tight moment for these goalies right now. Lauren Spence is in the game for North. And at the draw control circle in a 1-goal North lead, we have matching 18s. Two of the best players we've seen today. In white, that is Ava Kristinek. In blue, Grace Gebhardt. Two candidates for MVP. Two players trying to make a lot of noise here in the final 3:47. Here we go, Kelly. What's your prediction here? Somebody's got to step up.
An attacker on the draw. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
That's a loose ball, and it's picked up by the South team.
That's a crucial call right there.
Samantha Whiting gives her team an opportunity to tie the game, approaching 3 minutes left.
This is exactly what we want.
Buckle
can
up,
hear the
folks.
energy.
South has not been tied since the first quarter. They have trailed practically this entire game. They made some adjustments at halftime with Coach Megan Carney and Jay Brown slashing just wide. A great opportunity there from Whiting.
It's a great
to
stick on the
finish
shot.
what she started. Here we go with another chance to tie. Mackenzie Olsen had the goal a moment ago to bring them back within one. Kristinek tries to leave it for a teammate, Christensen. That is a takeaway for North, but taken right back. No whistle. They're letting a lot of this go, Kelly. Here we go, up the field, off the post. But a rebound staying with South. That is as close as it gets. Whiting feeds now for Ing.
They're driving very
Whiting with the
individually.
lane. Some great slides, though. A reset at the top.
White's got to start moving for each other.
Under 2 minutes to play in this game. The white team that you're watching operate can tie it on this possession. Clock is a factor, plenty of time to score, but maybe you want to leave yourself another opportunity, or maybe they think this could be their last chance after a turnover. No shot clock in the high school game. That is a factor at this point. Who's going to step up and make a name for themselves in the Adrenaline Girls All-America game?
That's great defense. Two hands, Mackenzie. Ooh.
That goes back to the North, possibly the game-winning play from Maya Rutherford.
Of course, Sam Smith's picking up the ball to make sure she can get it to the other end securely. They got to send the double, and she's handling it well.
Smith handles the double with ease. Oh, North had a great opportunity, South rather, to tie this game, and now we are approaching the final 30 seconds. What an exciting game we've seen. At this point, it looks like it's going to be keep away. Smith loses it. Again, they're letting these whistles go, and there finally is a whistle. 20 seconds left. Smith taking her time, adjusting the goggles there.
We've come off several times. That's when you know it's a good player.
And this is getting very physical. We've only had one whistle. Under 10 seconds to go in the game. North is going to hold on. You hear it from the crowd, and the North beats the South. 12-11 the final. The comeback falls short, and North picks up the big win here at the Adrenaline Girls All-America game.
Officially North's first win of the last 3 or 4 years.
Exciting moments, and that young lady, Samantha Smith, a big reason why this team was able to come away with the victory. We're set to recognize our MVP, and could it be Samantha Smith? Something tells me it might be. Kelly, what are your overall thoughts on this game? So many good players, and it's a close game. Everything you want to see in this type of event.
when you get this type of talent on the field, I mean, it could go one of two ways. Like I said, a lot of star power, but in the last few years that I've seen it, in the last 10 on the boys' side, I mean, they always figure out how to play for each other and play, together as a team, even though this is the first time. And that's when you know these kids are really ready for the next level and that they're going to do great things. And, it's not surprising that it's a 12-11 game, and it happens every year. And these kids don't give up the fight, and it's a testament to how great they are.
12-11 the final. North beats South. We've got our post-game presentation down on the field right now. This is Devin Caney.
All right, guys, congratulations on the W. Morgan, I want to start with you because you were so fired up last time I talked to you right before halftime. How did you guys keep up that momentum and that energy?
Just kind of like I said before, luckily our girls have that inherent passion, so they carried the way all the way to the win, so super proud of them.
Yeah, and what about you? Like, how was this whole experience, becoming a coach for people who were your peers and teammates before?
Right, yeah. I did the Adrenaline game 3 years ago. I've been coaching, and it's so much fun. Adrenaline makes it such a great experience for all of the players. It was so fun coaching these girls. They have all this energy, so we didn't really have to do much as coaches, so it was great.
And now for our MVP, Samantha Smith, congratulations. You're just off the field, so thank you for joining me. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It was a very exciting end to the game. They caught up to us at the end, but luckily we were able to hold our lead and hold our ground and not let them get those extra goals. So.
I mean, talking of extra goals, you guys came out so hot, mostly because of you. You put up so many in the first half and the second. I mean, what was working for you this game?
Honestly, my teammates were helping, setting picks on me, getting out of my way, helping me get to the goal. So honestly, I think our teamwork was what really led to those goals. It wasn't all me, it was everybody working together.
Spoken like a true MVP right there. What does being most valuable player of this game mean for you moving forward into your collegiate lacrosse career?
I mean, it's just an amazing feeling, and I'm so glad that I'm able to come here and play with all these incredible players. And I can't wait to see them in college and play against some of them. Even my teammates now will be playing against them. So I'm really excited to see them in the next 4 years.
Amazing. Well, congratulations. Congratulations to you guys. Enjoy your victory. And back to you guys.
Let's give some love to Samantha Smith, off to Northwestern, and Kelly Amante Hiller as a great player incoming. She says her dad, Mike Smith, who was an All-American at West Genesee High School in upstate New York, the reason why she's playing, and guess what? She is your MVP, Kelly. It was fun. A big win for the North.
An absolute blast, and it's just so amazing, especially with the MVP going to Northwestern. It feels full circle. That was the original team that put college on the map.
That is it for us. We've got the boys game coming up on ESPN3 as well. For Devin Caney, Kelly Connors, our great crew, I'm Jonathan Hoppy. We'll see you for the boys as North wins 12-11.